Happy late New Year and basketball greetings to you and yours from Port Huron Northern High School. Indeed, basketball season has begun, and back are the Port Huron Northern Huskies in 2012, trying to equal the success of last season's team, which was loaded with senior talent. Thus far in 2012, the Huskies are hovering right around the 500 mark. It's a tough task tonight as well, as the Roseville Panthers come into town. Both teams 3-2, so tonight we'll see which team can break away from the 500 mark and maybe make a nice early stand to the MAC White season. Port Huron, let's get hot with the rock. Good evening, everyone. Derek Wark, the Big D, coming at you from Port Huron Northern in the gymnasium here. Usually the football announcer, but tonight, glad to be stepping in for a basketball game, and I love doing basketball just like football. Very exciting at this level, certainly. Huskies, highly favored basketball team this season. Lots of senior talent last year. They lost to graduation. They've got a lot coming back. Off the tip, here we go. Huskies are going to start. Number 2, Johns Moore. He has the ball now. Actually, check that, Ben Haynes. Johns Moore, Haynes, Langolf, Kotsko, and Harrison, the 5 out there to start for the Huskies as they throw the ball away. And actually, Roseville's going to get the throw in here in just a moment. Roseville's going to start number 1, Kenneth Reed, 15, Noble, 24, Goodhand, 25, Nixon, and Elijah Collier, number 30. For the also highly touted Roseville team, both teams out of the MAC White. This is a divisional game, their first of the season. Top court, put up a 3, rebound right there. Nobody there to box him out at all. 25 got the rebound. Juwan Nixon uncontested for the easy deuce in the early going, and we are underway. Huskies coming off the giveaway, get it down low, off high glass, then rim, no can do. Rebound in the hands of Roseville, they've got it back, they take it back up. Noble with the ball again. The early 2, they're looking to answer with another basket. Huskies known as a very aggressive defensive team over the years. Taking it in here, pretty good defense there as I spoke about it. Dylan Harrison, good job defending, also got the rebound, and back come the Huskies now, still trailing by 2. 2-0 early going, 7 minutes on the clock to go in the first quarter. Just underway from Northern Gymnasium. Haynes with the ball, gonna put it up as Johns Moore. He's known to hit 3s on this team. That one, pretty good look from the side, went off the rim. Back comes 15, Noble. Nixon, Noble. Outside, another great look. Johns Moore had a look from there a minute ago. Andre Goodhand from the side gets the 3. Roseville, 5-0 lead. Timeout on the floor. Coach Jamison already not happy with the way the Huskies have started things, and why would he? 5-0. 2 trips down, a deuce, and a tray to start things off. Again, Derek Wark, Big D, CPHS Channel 6, the Port Huron Area School District television station. And 6:37 mark. So far, not a great start for Port Huron Northern, down 5-0. Nice to be back here doing basketball again. Been a while. I think I did just 1 game last year. Huskies throw the ball away again, coming right off the timeout and the throw-in. Pull-up jumper, no, in the hands of Harrison. His 2nd rebound already. That's a good sign, getting the big man some rebounds. Taking up court. That is Quinn Kotsko with the layup, and it's good. There's the first basket of the game for the Huskies, much needed. Maybe they'll settle down a bit now. Not give the ball away, play aggressive defense. They're known to do the full court trap. That's a trademark of Coach Jamison. As Roseville throws the ball away, and Huskies. 1 possession game now, 5-2. Again, throw-in troubles for the Huskies. That's the 2nd in a row. has to concern Coach Jamieson here in the early going. Of course, not the greatest crowd on hand tonight. The season opener for the Mac White for the Huskies. Usually they're loaded over there with the James Zone. Not tonight. And I would hope more people would watch this game that are here right now. But Donovan Barnes, anyway, going to check in. They check out Kotsko in the early going. Certainly an odd early check-in for one of your star players, or check out in that case. Haynes has the ball now, up quickly. Johnsmore thought about a three, no, pull up instead. Takes it in, lay up off the glass, no, can't get it. Rebound try, 33, Harrison can't make it. Huskies still fighting for the ball. Roseville gets it back, one. Kenneth Reed now quickly up court. Kenneth Noble, outside, top of the key. Thought about going in, no, instead stopped. Noble with the ball again, 5 and 33 ticks to go in the first. 5-2, Roseville on top. Kenneth Reed with the ball. They get it inside, Noble, great interior passing off the high glass, can't get it to fall. That's one I'm sure they'd like back, but instead, they keep the basketball, got the offensive rebound, and they'll reset. With Noble again, almost at half court, 5 and 15 ticks to go. Long possession here for Roseville. Thought about a pull-up jumper, instead it's a fake, put it up eventually, off the glass, and then off the rim, no can do. Harrison another rebound. Huskies coming back now, still down by one possession. Good look, instead of bounce feed, down low. Huskies lining up all around the perimeter for a three-point try. This is an air ball thrown up by 32, Donovan Barnes, who again checked in for Quinn Kotsko. Roseville, wide open look, Noble, three, no, off the front of the rim. Rebound down low, push in the back. Juwan Nixon got the offensive rebound. And another team foul against the Huskies. Checking in 14, Mika Moore. And 11, I believe, Zach Wade for Roseville. So for a couple big concerns here for Coach Jamieson. One, just inbounding the ball has been tough, really. And strong offensive rebounding for Roseville. Finally, the Huskies get one by somebody other than Dylan Harrison. This one off the glass, not a bad look, can't get it to fall. Quickly, Noble, in, layup good. 7-2, Roseville now. Again, not a great start for the Mac White divisional battle here in the early going, and Happy New Year again to you and yours. Derek Wark, Big D, CPHS Channel 6. Yet another giveaway for the Huskies. This is getting to be a little sickening, really. Some sloppy ball, Huskies coming out, and I don't really think it's forced. It's just they're really not using their heads right now. Long layoff with the New Year. This is a great down low feed, got it to go. Zach Wade. Don't look now, it is 9-2. Huskies cannot be happy with the way they've come out in this basketball game. Bounce pass, they're screaming for the back door. Pretty good defense right now being shown. More an X and O game right now by Roseville. For the most part, they're man-to-man. Here's a put-up try. Outside shot, three, no, gets his own rebound. Donovan Barnes, Roseville standing around. This one gonna be a jump ball. No, he might have called a foul first, I think. Yeah, he called a foul. I thought maybe a jump ball, but instead they called the personal foul on 11, Zach Wade, his first. Team first as well. Huskies, 2 team fouls to answer the other side. This one might have been kicked out of bounds. Either way, Huskies gonna keep it. He doesn't look like a real happy fan. Not much to cheer about at this stage if you're a Husky fan. 3 and 30 ticks to go in the first. Again, 9-2, Derek Wark, Big D, Husky basketball. Another three-point try. So far, they're 0 from the outside. Well, Roseville wants it more right now. They are outworking the Huskies on both sides of the court. Noble the basketball, setting it up. Roseville up 7. Not a great showing thus far by the Huskies, but it is early. Thought about taking it in. There's a turnover from Roseville off the hands of Noble. Good hand, tried to go back to him on the outside, and kind of a sloppy game now. Huskies will take it. They've just got to settle down, really. Need to get some points on the board. Kotsko, again, he checked out early. I don't know if that's maybe an injury or if this is the usual for the Huskies, but when one of your star players sits down after just a couple of minutes, you know something's wrong. It has to be. This is a guy not only known for his points, but also his rebounding. You don't sit guys like that unless it's some kind of an injury or something going on. So obviously not a suspension if he started. They get it down low. Pretty good defense. Huskies had him in numbers there. Outside Noble, thought about a jumper, no. Instead takes it in, off the high glass, but right in the hands. Offensive rebounder Wade, but he missed two. And Huskies back the other way. Johns Moore quickly. Up Ben Haynes and Langolf, and it's out again on the Huskies. So they've only played 6 minutes, or almost 6 minutes of basketball, not even 6. Already 9-2 the score. Not much offensive production for the Huskies. You know it's going to turn around, mainly because it can't get any worse. Kenneth Reed with the ball, guarded closely by Johns Moore. Now Noble, now to the outside. Trying to get it inside, Nixon. And back out the key to Noble. Under 2 to go now in the first. 9-2, low scoring first quarter, particularly for our Huskies. Put up 3, got it to go. Kenneth Reed, 12-2. Wow. Ben Haynes taking it in, easy layup off the glass and good. That's a perfect answer because it was fairly easy, really. Ben Haynes gets his first deuce of the game, now 12-4. This is what they need. They need more scoring from a variety of players if Kotsko is going to sit for a long period of time. Well, look, they're just outworking him right now. Noble kind of pushed a little bit by Johns Moore. I think they did call him for a foul. They did, a pushing off. The third team foul for the Huskies. And the second personal for Johns Moore. So a little bit of foul trouble early for number 2. 1:11 to go in the first. Again, 12-4, Roseville on top. Again, Derek Work, Big D, CPHS, Channel 6. Inbounding the ball. Nixon took a little bit of time, but he got it off in time. Noble setting up, just over a minute left in the first. Bounce feed to 4, I do not have his name. Maybe a call up from the junior team. Turnaround jumper here by Wade. Can't get it to go. Oh, he did get it to go. Yeah, he got a good bounce there. And 14-4 now. Again, the lead is 10, a double-digit lead in the early going. Taking it in, but it's a blocking call. And Kotsko, by the way, is checked back in. And already, he's an impact player. It's a blocking call, 25. Juwan Nixon got called for it. First personal, team second. Well, the Huskies, they like to defend, as mentioned, in full court press. We haven't seen a lot of that yet in this game, as Kotsko misses the first from the free throw line. They like to use more of a 1-3-1 look. Covers the entire court, usually a trademark of Coach Jamieson, master of the Jamazone. Obviously a coach who believes in aggressive play, especially on the defensive side of the ball. He can't be real happy with the way this has gone thus far. Kotsko misses that one as well. Offensive rebound, but they threw it away again. Here's 4. He almost took the ball the other way into the wrong basket. But he's got the ball now, and I don't have his name listed. Again, I think he was a late call-up or something. Reed now to Noble, they reset. Final 20 seconds. They're gonna hold for the final shot of the quarter. Up 10, 14-4. Huskies, just a 4-point first quarter. Noble, guarded very closely. Almost doubled. Now adjusts himself. Final 5 seconds. Pretty good defense by the Huskies. They throw the ball away. Quickly up court, but there is the first quarter buzzer. After one complete from Port Huron Northern. Roseville 14, Huskies very unhappy. Derek Wark, Big D, CPHS Channel 6, the Port Huron Area School District television station. Well, as mentioned earlier, beginning of the broadcast, the Huskies, a lot of senior talent last year. This season, they have to try and replace all that veteran leadership that they lost. That's going to be tough to do because they began the year with many new faces. 2 of those new faces, by the way, they welcomed them back. Quinn Kotsko, the great football player. I called him the Mighty Quinn from the great Manfred Mann tune from the, I think it's the 70s. But yeah, they brought back the Mighty Quinn. Also Dylan Harrison Obviously, we've seen his rebounding ability thus far in the early going. But 2 seniors this year, they actually didn't play in their junior years after playing as sophomores, but both back as seniors this year. And as mentioned, Coach Jamazone certainly welcomed the 2 of them back with absolute open arms. When you lose senior leadership, you've got to replace it, hopefully as a head coach, with more seniors. Well, they get 2 there. Certainly one for the rebounding, and Kotsko a complete player, but not a lot of complete play right now for the Huskies after 1 quarter complete. 14-4, trailing Roseville Panthers. This is CPHS, Channel 6, Port Huron Northern Husky Basketball Network, and we are underway with the 2nd quarter. Well, they just need to up their play is basically what's happened here. First quarter was owned by Roseville mostly because they were more aggressive, and it is unlike a Coach Jamison team to see them outwork. That's one thing they have always had. Even in losses, they were always very aggressive. But they've got to limit the mistakes too, particularly inbounding the ball where you simply can't have mistakes. I know it's one thing to be up here in the booth and actually play, but that's my job, right? Call it as I see it. Plenty of time for the Huskies, though, to get right back in this game. Hopefully they will. Trailing 10 again, 14-4 right now. 7-19 ticks to go in the first. Pick and roll here. Reed. But good defense defending the pick and roll. Kotsko. The steal and the easy make. Well, he sat for most of the first quarter. I couldn't understand why. Doesn't look hurt in any way. Certainly started the game. And maybe that is there just to convince themselves that he needs a break. That's the only break he's going to get all day. I don't know. But you'd think he wasn't that tired coming right off the first minute and a half. This from the outside, can't get it to fall. Big Harrison gets the rebound. And Goulding back the other way. Quarterback, football team, but he lost the ball. Noble missed the easy layup right in the hands of 14, Mika Moore. And Harrison's hands now. Well, that's better. That's more aggressive. Outworked in the first quarter. So far, so good in the second. They get it low. Backdoor feed off the glass and good. 4 got it to fall. Goulding. All of a sudden now just down 6. They were down 10 a moment ago. Basketball can change very quickly. Letting the defense lead the way. It's given way to some fast court points. Well, there's just a good feed here off the glass, and he got it. 24 Andre Goodhand with the easy deuce that time. Now 16-8. Big Reds. Check that Huskies, caught myself. Being doubled up right now, 16-8. Quinn Kotsko, easy mid-range jumper. Got it to fall. He's already making a big difference now that he's checked back in with aggressive, again, aggressive play. Big key for a Coach Jamison basketball team. Top of the key now got it, Elijah Collier. There's another backdoor feed, but again, another easy missed layup. That's a bit of a concern for Coach Robbie Lang and Roseville. Goulding tries to take it in, right in the hands of Mika Moore. Pull-up jumper, no. Nixon, quickly, back the other way. Well, that ball's got to be fed over. He had a wide open man. He didn't, he just took it for the layup. Battles hard, got another offensive rebound, and hacked in the act. Just the 4th team personal, the first personal foul individually on Jackson Langolf. Number 1 going to the line here, Kenneth Reed. Gets 2 shots. An active shooting foul. Reed puts up the first, got it. So more subs come in now for Northern. Ben Haynes back in. 20 as well, gets his first action of the day. Trace Grain. Got them both, 18-10 now. Roseville up 8. Full court trap, stuns the Huskies. They tried to throw it off the man Noble there, but he got out of the way and right in the hands of Roseville again. Another turnover by the Huskies. Well, this is not a first half thus far that they'd like to remember, certainly. Just 10 points to show for it in almost a quarter and a half. Spinning move, good defense. Got his own rebound, though. Nice job. Another offensive rebound. Zach Wade, but in the hands of Kotsko quickly. Kotsko off the glass, got it to fall again. Wanted the call as well, didn't get it. And it's a 6-point game again, 18-12. You kind of get the hunch here that Quinn Kotsko, the mighty Quinn, taking the game over slowly here between these two teams. Well, great interior pass again. Northern has to adjust their interior defense right now. Almost every possession up court for Roseville, they are getting the ball down low with easy looks. It's fortunate for Northern that they've just missed easy layups, or this game could be basically a huge lead for Roseville and a double-digit lead for Roseville. They're only up 8 right now. Northern tried to go immediately quickly up court, but yet again, things just aren't going their way. It's Roseville's ball again as Dylan Harrison checks out. 32, Donovan Barnes back in for the Huskies. Halfway done the second quarter of play. Again, it's 20-12. Roseville up 8 with the basketball. Again, it's Big D. Being big is a state of mind for CPHS Channel 6, Port Huron Area School District television station. Again, both teams come in tonight 3-2 overall. The first divisional game, the Mac White game for both of them. Noble finally gets one to go. He's had a lot of looks like that, a lot of misses, but finally he's got it. And now the lead is 22-12, a 10-point lead for Roseville. Thinking about taking it in, Trace Grain, pull-up jumper, missed, right in the hands of Wade yet again. He's been a good, strong rebounder in this first half so far, Zach Wade for Roseville. Noble out to Nixon, now Wade with the ball, looking down low. They're doing a good job of getting the ball down low, as mentioned, too. Thought about a pull-up jumper for the 3, no, instead trying to take it in. Good hand, though. Really moving the ball around, letting everybody touch this basketball. Roseville, they certainly don't have to rush with a 10-point lead. Great feed on the run, got it. See, there's nobody in the back door there to defend that. It was just Kotsko, and once he left Kotsko, it's an easy layup. Bounce pass quickly the other way. You talk about easy. Huskies caught him up court there, 24-14. I believe Donovan Barnes got the hoop, maybe Jackson Langolf. A 10-point lead yet again, 24-14. On the whole, Robbie Lang's got to be pretty pleased with what he's seen out of his Roseville Panthers thus far. This is an air ball. I don't think it took the backboard. Quickly, Langolf. Nice defensive play, Noble. They're saying deflected off the Huskies, 32, Donovan Barnes. I don't know about that call. Coach Jameson's arguing it too. Getting an explanation. Doesn't like the call at all, and not the best view from my vantage point. I would say, though, that looked to me like it went off Noble last. I would like to see a replay. We don't do replays at the basketball games here, I don't believe, but that's one of those. I think it's out on Noble last without question, but Roseville got the call. That's all that matters. Back again. Here they go offensively. 20's got it. Thomas Radway. Now out to good hand again. They get it down low again. They really like this interior passing. Here's a great look from Noble. The wide open 3, and he got it. See, here's the thing. Huskies have got to be concerned defensively with the interior game, so they're making adjustments, and obviously they're leaving the outside game open. And you get a good shooter like Noble to the outside, and eventually they're going to fall, and they are. And this is getting out of hand right now. 27-14. Just 14 points in 7 minutes. Or just under 7 right now. And you know Coach Jameson is going to give his team a good, swift talking to at halftime. If for nothing else, just get back in this game first and foremost. If not for Quinn Kotsko, I have no idea what this game would be at right now. 27-14, they've all but doubled the Husky output. Under 1 minute now. Roseville taking all the time they want right here. They don't have to rush, obviously up 13. One thing I have always agreed on, though, and I don't understand it, why no shot clock at this level? I just don't understand that. They force defense, and in hindsight, they force the foul, but you got to have some kind of shot clock. Eventually, they do work it inside yet again, and Zach Wade makes the play. Quickly up court, trying to catch him off guard again. Fast breaking points off the baskets from Roseville have been the majority of the Husky points today, but first quarter, if you've just joined us, dominated by Roseville. because of mistakes by the Huskies, particularly inbounding the pass and just basically unforced errors and all the rest of it. But this second quarter here really has been dominated by the fact that Roseville gets a lot of offensive rebounding, and also in this game, they're just plain outworking them. There's halftime. Huskies cannot be happy at the half. Roseville has come in here and they've owned this basketball game. It is a 29-14 halftime score. The Roseville Panthers on top of your Port Huron Northern Huskies, and we'll see the halftime adjustments the Huskies need to make, particularly on the interior passing. Again, Derek Wark, the Big D, CPHS, Channel 6, back with the second half in a moment. Welcome back to the second half here from Port Huron Northern's Gymnasium. Derek Wark, the Big D, CPHS, Channel 6, the Mac White home opener for the Port Huron Northern Huskies. And it's a game, well, at least as far as one half goes, that they'd love to forget, really. Roseville up 29-14 at break. Halftime stats brought to you by us, the folks at CPHS, Channel 6. Roseville, Wade has 6, Nixon has 6 as well at the half. They've each got 1 personal foul. Noble, though, the big score for them was 7. Goodhand and Reed each have 5. For the Huskies, Quinn Kotsko, he has 8 and 1 personal foul at halftime. Then there's a group with 2, Goulding, Haynes, Langolf, and Barnes, all with 1 basket each. Alex Johns-Moore has 2 fouls. He's about the only one in the entire game right now with any kind of foul trouble. There weren't many calls there in the first half, really. There wasn't a lot of anything, really. It was all a bunch of mistakes, and really Roseville outworking the Huskies is what it came down to. Interior passing, though, they got a lot of them through, and that had to concern Jamison, but here's a fighting basket down below by the mighty Quinn Kotsko. That's the start they're looking for. That's a lot better. 29-16. I mentioned Roseville's interior passing down low. And what is that thing that just walked in? There's a man in blue leotards and a sweatband. I have no idea what I'm looking at. And quite frankly, I'm frightened. Johns-Moore, the layup. See if you can get this guy on screen. Wow. Who dressed that guy? Johns-Moore, by the way, the make, 29-18. And you know Coach Jameson laid into his team at halftime, and rightfully so. An 11-point lead now for Roseville. They were up 15 at halftime. Trying to take it in quickly, number 1, Kenny Reed got fouled, hacked in the act, and ready to go to the line now. There he is, and I have no idea what his name is. I don't want to know his name. I kind of do want to know who dressed him, though, because you know what? I'm frightened. There's a lot of people frightened down there. Apparently he speaks because the girl next to him understands what he's saying. He's screaming at the foul shooter, too. And maybe it did throw him off because Reed has been a pretty good free throw shooter in this game. I think he's made every one of them until now. The Jameson man in leotards. I've seen it all now, folks. Thank you for wearing shorts, whoever you are. Back to this one. Kotsko quickly up. Can't get it to fall. Rebound in the hands of John Moore. Finally, the Huskies get an offensive rebound. Johns-Moore off the glass. Can't get it to fall this time, and quickly back the other way comes Reed. They put it out for the 3. That's a pretty good look from the side off the front of the rim. And over and back, or at least over the backboard call. And the Huskies are going to get the basketball. That's a lot better because they're showing aggressive play. They're getting it to fall, they're getting offensive momentum going, and the defense is leading to hoops again. Again, it's Derek Wark, Big D. Being big is a state of mind, baby. CPHS, Channel 6. Don't forget about my website either at bigdsports.info, where I'll blog about this one too. Great block. Number 30 got in there. Elijah Collier, but again, excellent hustle by the Huskies. Get the ball right back. Langolf hard to the hole. Can't get it to fall, but he will go to the line and shoot a pair. Foul on Elijah Collier. First personal on him. First team foul against Roseville here in the second half. 5 and 56 ticks to go in the third. Just started, second half of play. Huskies already a lot better than in the first half. 14 points for the entire half. They've already got 4. Langolf trying to add to that and maybe get 5. Puts it up off the back of the rim, right in the hands of Quinn Kotsko, though. They can reset now. Nope, instead he's going to keep it and go off the glass, and good again. He is some kind of athlete, there's no doubt about it. Come all without, come all within. You'll not see nothing like the mighty Quinn. I told you that in football season. Here we go in basketball season, and he's just a plain good athlete. Taking it in, but great defense again by the Huskies. They're saying he traveled while laying on the ground. I tell you something, if he's laying on the court, barely moved at all, and he's called for traveling, that's a tough call in that situation, I would think. Well, this man in blue down there, he's got to watch it. He's actually mocking the referee now. That's the kind of thing that's going to get you kicked out, honestly. Don't think the referee can't kick out a fan either. You can. You can do that in all sports if you want. Anyway, gives you a kind of a sideshow to this one. They get it down low, try to kick it back out again. Excellent defense by the Huskies. See, they're adjusting. They are not allowing the interior pass. Well, we almost had some kind of a shouting match here. Quinn Kotsko kind of gunned the ball off 24, Andre Goodhand. He did not like it. He wanted to retaliate this time. And now there's a lot of talking going on down there. Just trying to get him off his game. If you can get away with it and the referee doesn't see it, you got to do that. Kotsko, open man. Trying to get a little rough with him, but it doesn't matter. He's still taking it hard to the hoop. Gets it. Well, this kid in the blue, it's priceless to watch. It really is. Every movement the referee's doing, he's following. Oh, now he's going to sit down. I think we have a 5-second call here on Noble. Ball goes right back to the Port Huron Northern Huskies. They are in control of this third quarter, and man, oh man, they needed to be. They played themselves right out of the first. Here they are back again. You gotta love it, Port Huron. 29-22. The lead is just 7 for Roseville. It was 29-14 at the half. Huskies on an 8-0 run. Kotsko again. He's been taking over this game, really. I said it in the second. There was a point in time where it was the Kotsko show. Here we go again. Harrison tries to get at the Kotsko. Gets it back. Now in the hands of Kotsko. And they reset with Ben Haynes. Haynes had a very quiet first half of play, too. They need to get him on the scoreboard. Here's a steal, though. He wanted the foul, didn't get it. Noble. Stripped by Johns Moore. Roseville will keep it. But this is a completely different Husky team. I knew it would be, because I knew Coach Jamieson would not let this stand the way his team played in the first half. This is a lot better. It really is, on a lot of different areas. And mainly, they're playing harder. It's not really an X and O's kind of game. It's just play more aggressive. What you're known for, basically, and they're doing that now. 29-22. Roseville has no points in the third quarter. Huskies have upped their defense in a big, big way. Ben Haynes with the ball now. They thought about Harrison down low. Now he gets it back. Tried the backdoor feed, no. Instead they kick it out. Kotsko for 3. No, couldn't quite get it. That was a pretty good shot, though. Front of the rim, back of the rim, right in the hands of Roseville. Here they go again. Noble, easy to the hole. Backdoor layup, no. But they do get their offensive rebound. Then Noble comes back, puts up a 3. That one's in and out. Right in the hands of Kotsko. Still scoreless are the Roseville Panthers in the third quarter. Well, then they give the ball away again. Noble, bumped by Kotsko. He thinks it's his basketball, but it's not. But do you see how they're adjusting? They're not allowing Roseville to run the court any longer. They needed to adjust to that, first and foremost. Then the interior passing, secondly, which they've clearly done. Defensively, down low is much, much better. And as I said, just your overall intensity level, it either has to match what Roseville had in the first or exceed it. And so far it's doing that. And you know that just by looking at the scoreboard and know that Roseville does not have a point yet, and that still continues. For what it's worth, though, a lot of those shots in and out. Mika Moore off the dribble. Tries to get his own rebound. I think they got a piece of that shot before it went up. Moore tried to get some behind defense, couldn't get it. Blocking foul called on Quinn Kotsko, who would not let 24 Goodhand go by him without a bump. They're the two that a moment ago, by the way, almost had a bit of a fight, disagreement, if you will, altercation. So we'll keep our eye on that as well. Kotsko's smart, though, you know what? Trying to instigate, then he walks away. Goodhand did not like it one bit, but you know what? I love it because it gets in their heads. Something that the Huskies did not do in the first. They've got life now, though. Mika Moore did not get the layup to fall. Right in the hands instead of 32, Donovan Barnes. They call a jump ball. He missed off the putback. Arrow of possession favors Roseville. They get the basketball with 2:28 ticks to go in the third. Huskies trying to battle back and make a game of it. 29-22, Roseville up 7. In the third, Derek Wark, the Big D. CPHS, Channel 6, the Port Huron Area School District television station. The James Zone's starting to fill up down there now with Mr. Blue Man. And no, he is not of the Blue Man group. He's doing just what you want, though, if you're a Husky playing defense, getting in the heads of the other team. Noble can't get this one to fall. He's had, I think, 1-3 out of about 10 chances today. That's a tough one. Offensive rebound try off Kotsko. He's still talking to anybody on Roseville that'll listen to Kotsko. He's talking to them. Not only is he leading the game right now in points, he's got to be up there in rebounding, but he's trying to get to Roseville. It's a key. Show some life. Get back in this basketball game. You gotta love it. Kotsko's a special talent, no doubt about it. Roseville with the basketball. Noble, pull-up jumper, long pull-up jumper. Can't get it to fall. His shooting percentage is not high in this game right now, mostly because of all the missed threes. Huskies have the basketball, and Roseville still has not scored in 6.5 minutes here in the third. Kotsko, tough feed down low, but is contributing defense on the back half. Help the Huskies get it back. No easy hoops, no easy trips down the court either. Well, Ford kind of forced this one. Goulding couldn't get it to fall quickly. Back comes Roseville. It's up and it's in, and finally, after almost 7 full minutes, they have their first make of the third quarter. 31-22, Roseville up 9. We're in our final minute of the third now. Goulding has it, top of the key, tries to get it down low, but he threw it away. Mika Moore was not expecting that one. But in the very least, at least you can say it's a better third quarter. It's a better Husky team. You knew after just 14 points in the first half of play, it was going to get a lot better. Can the good defense continue here as Roseville's going to hold for one last shot? Again, there should be a shot clock. I hate this. Noble, backdoor feed, tries to get Wade open. Puts up a three, and he got it. 34-22, the lead is once again 12. That is a humongous three. They're doubling Quinn at the top of the key now. Huskies now going to hold for last shot. I thought a minute ago, that's what Roseville was going to do. Noble fouled him. Johns Moore right at the half mark at center court. I'll tell you something. And he got told by head coach Robbie Lang that that is a bad foul. You don't want to do that. It's a stepping in call. It's not the end of the world, mind you, but Kotsko taking it in. Can't get it to fall. Johns Moore instead with the make off the offensive rebound right in his hands. The lead is now 10, 34-24. Final 10 seconds of the third. Noble has the ball with 4 seconds. Now 3, now 2. Great feed down low, can't get it to fall. Offensive rebound is put up. Can't get that to fall either. So a much better third quarter of play for the Port Huron Northern Huskies, but they still trail by 10 after 3 complete. After 3, officially, Roseville 34, your Port Huron Northern Huskies 24. 10-point lead, Derek Wark, Big D, CPHS, Channel 6. Going down the Big Red schedule, December the 9th, they beat Anchor Bay in Anchor Bay to start things off. It was a pretty good season opener. The Huskies took down the Tars, 53-49. A 13-3 run for the Huskies in that one down the stretch. It sealed the deal. Langolf, 16. He had 2 threes. Johnsmore, 13 and 3 threes. They've been relatively quiet in this game. But Haynes, 11 in that one. I don't think Haynes has a basket in this one. December 12th, they beat Lance Cruz next, 51-45. On December 15th, they lost at home to Dakota. That was supposed to be January 3rd. That was rescheduled to December 15th. Dakota killed them, 65-49. Then they lost to the Big Reds, the big battle, the big rivalry basketball game at home, December the 21st, 49-43. A close game, but the Huskies never once had the lead in it. Well, that's the telltale stat right there. Dylan Harrison, 10 points, 9 rebounds in that one. Haynes, 9. Langolf and Johnsmore each had 6 in that one. It would have been considered an upset in that game for the Huskies to have taken down the Big Reds, as they apparently are the #1 rated team in the area, as voted on by the Port Huron Times-Herald to start the season, so it's no big secret. Just like in football with all their great athletes, Port Huron High, a strong team this year too. Huskies also beat Croswell-Lexington December 22nd, 56-55, the consolation game of the Ed Peltz tournament. PH ended up winning that tournament, so there you go. Telltale from the start in that one though. 23-9, third quarter scoring. Huskies went on a run, 23-9, that was that. So Croswell-Lexington, they didn't win a game in that Ed Peltz tournament, but I'll tell you something. They played great against St. Clair and against Northern, so nothing to be ashamed of. By the way, the Croswell game, Kotsko 16, Langolf 11, Johnsmore 10 for the Huskies. Of course, we have tonight's game against Roseville, where right now it's 34-24, back to action in the fourth quarter. Huskies get the ball. Roseville starting to play a little bit sloppy again to begin the fourth. And Quinn Kotsko to throw it in. Well, the next game scheduled for the Huskies, they've got Lance Cruz North on January 10th, the 13th as well. They have Grosse Pointe North, so there you have it. Coming up for the Huskies, so far 3-2. Well, Johnsmore absolutely slammed down 11, Zach Wade, and he's got to watch himself. It's a personal foul. His fourth personal. The one thing you try and do, though, when you are up as Roseville, you want to do what Noble did there. He could have retaliated. He didn't. Zach Wade didn't like, obviously, being slammed to the ground like that, but they didn't. They walked away from it. You do that. You know if you're blowing out a team, that a team's going to get frustrated. They're going to do this. They're going to try and get in your head to battle back in the basketball game. Johnsmore a pretty tough kid, though. No doubt about that. Quickly, other way. Easy up, easy in. So, lead is again 12. Bounce pass. Donovan Barnes tries to get it down low. Instead kicks it out to Micah Moore. Moore with it. Outside Goulding has it stripped. Here comes Noble. Bounce pass. Now they reset again. Again, this is number 4. We'll call him Mr. X. I do not have him listed for Roseville. The man in blue, if you're wondering, the guy in leotards with a headband, yellow shorts, yellow wristbands, and blue shoes even, is down there again mocking the referee. I don't think he even noticed at all that he's been doing it. The leading Jameson leotard man down there. That might be a good look for the big guy down there in the hallway, E.J. Shea. Maybe not. He'll be mad at me for saying that. Hey, I just thought I would say it. Maybe even the killer Kovac should get dressed up like that. From the outside, Noble, the 3. It's a 15-point lead now. Look out. Again in danger of letting this one slip away. 39-24. Ben Haynes down low. Micah Moore spinning. Turnaround jump shot. Coach Jameson wanted the call. Couldn't get it to fall and couldn't get the call. Offensive rebound again. Opportunity for it, but right there to get it. Roseville instead. Guarded pretty closely by Ben Haynes. Noble. Thought about a 3. No. Instead back to Goodhand. Back to Noble. This kid's pretty good with the ball. He's pretty quick. He hasn't got any shots to fall. This Noble, but he's good with the ball. Down low, there's an easy interior pass again. The Huskies' Achilles heel really in this game has been all the easy looks down low because of the ease of the down low pass. Well, Huskies are just having a frustrating game right now. Back to the first quarter again now. Easy layup. Coach Jameson, I think, should be considering a timeout. He is. He's going to call one right now. It is all Roseville again now. 43-24. Derek Wark, Big D, CPHS, Channel 6. If they want a chance to get back in this game and maybe even come close to either tying it, well, you can't think of winning it right now. You've just got to get back in that game, but the time is now. They're in trouble. If you're wondering, if you're just joining us, Huskies came out and were down almost immediately before you could blink, 12-2. They had 4 points in the first quarter, 14 at the half, 24 now with 5:42 ticks to go in the fourth. They just haven't had it offensively, but you know what? Basketball, obviously a game of fast breaking points, defense leading to offensive points. Huskies were at their best in this game in the third quarter because a lot of their offensive output came immediately from defensive rebounding, quickly up court, getting the quick hoops, catching Roseville off guard. But the biggest single story of this game, which looked like the Huskies did adjust to at halftime, you saw it in the third quarter. They weren't letting the interior pass from Roseville and the easy looks at easy layups down low. They weren't letting that get through. Now they're starting to let it get through again, as they did the entire first half. They played a Husky-esque, perfect third quarter. The fourth, though, looks like it's turning around again. Johns Moore off the timeout, got it to go. So that's all Coach Jameson could ask for coming out of the timeout. He's in the full court trap now, the 1-3-1. As mentioned, this is something he does a lot, but he hasn't done it yet in this game up till now. I think the Huskies are at their best when they do this, because this has kind of been their bread and butter for the last 10 years. Well, they're certainly upping the intensity level again, which I like to see, because I think this is when they play their best basketball. Noble, off dribble. They get it out. They're not even guarding Mr. X, number 4. Reaching in call on Jackson Langolf. I have to say, I think there's been some weak calls in this game, not because they're weak from a sense of bad call, just weak at the fact that there's calls being made here, like the travel on Langolf, where he was laying on the ground and barely moved and got called. And then there, like a slight reaching in. I mean, it was reaching in. He got some arm, but are you really going to call that all night long? I don't know. 25 in quickly off the high glass, but look at this strong offensive rebound. 25 to miss, Nixon. Then the offensive rebound, Collier miss off the putback. And Huskies back the other way. I think they're fouled. Nah, they're calling a timeout. And Robbie Lang, if nothing else, maybe calling that timeout just to argue with the official. He is giving the official a piece of his mind, and he's not happy about it. Even up 16, you never stop arguing with the men in black and white. I thought it was a timeout call. That T meant technical foul. So Robbie Lang obviously mouthed off. Alex Johns Moore shooting the Tex. He can't get the first one to fall. Here comes the second, and he got it. 43-28, it's 2 plus the ball. Huskies are going to get it back now. Very, very important they get this, to at least get it close to 10, and then see what happens. You have to take baby steps, though. They have plenty of time. They have over half the quarter now. There you see, 4 and 40 ticks. Langolf. Excellent penetration move. He jumped, he stopped, got it up. That is very hard to defend when you're in the air like that, because the defenders, they can't time your jump to defend it themselves. While Huskies, again, strong work ethic. Here you see it pays off again. Forces the turnover. Roseville out of bounds. Husky basketball. Really, it comes down to their defensive lapses in this game. But when they work hard, it's paying off. And there you see him a minute ago. Johns Moore tries to get inside. No, Langolf, pull up 3, got it to go. Don't look now, it's 10. And another turnover from Roseville. Well, that's just sloppy down below me. And now it's a timeout by Coach Lang, and he is not happy over there. It all began with the call he didn't like. Got a technical foul, and ever since then, the Huskies trying to feed off that. There you see the scoreboard. 4:19 ticks to go in the fourth. Derek Wark, Big D. CPHS Channel 6, Port Huron Area School District television station. Don't forget, my website, bigdsports.info, www.bigdsports.info, where I blog about the games I call play-by-play for. It used to be a wide-open sports site, but it ate up too much of my time. So now I wait until I call games, and then I talk to you about it on the site. A couple football players wrote in during football season, of course. I'm known primarily as a football announcer around here, but I do love to do basketball games as well. And why wouldn't I? Very, very exciting. And it really says something about the Huskies that they're not giving up. They could have folded in this game twice. They were down by, I think, what, 16 was their worst? What, they trailed by at one point? But right now, battling back, trying to get this within single digits. .419, time on the clock. Huskies inbounding the basketball. Good defense, Zach Wade. Off him. Huskies will keep the ball, but that's a good job by number 11 there. So Huskies now off the throw-in. And a good throw-in pass. That's a lot better again. Right in the hands of Jackson Langolf, who put it up. Here's that full court trap again by the Huskies, and it makes you wonder why the Huskies were not doing this in the early going. Again, it's their bread and butter. They're known as a full court trap team. They like primarily the 1-3-1 defensive setup. And it looks like it is kind of throwing off Roseville. They up the intensity, they turn it to a full court game. And did he step out of bounds, or was it a timeout? Yeah, they used a timeout. See, there is what a full court pressing team does to another team when they use the full court trap. You put players in positions like that on the double team where they have nowhere to go with the basketball. That's your best case scenario when you do that line of defense. You pin a guy back because you have one extra player and he's got nowhere to go. He either throws the ball away, gets fouled, or calls a timeout. Never a bad thing when you're making the opposition use a timeout. So, but if you can do the full court trap and do it well, and when I say do it well, you defend against the pass on every area of the court. So you're blocking the interior pass, the initial pass from being made in all areas. And it is throwing off Roseville. You can see the difference in the game right now because they're doing that. Now they're back to the more everyday defense. Kotsko went for the steal, couldn't quite get it, but close. Taking it in hard, got it to go, despite, again, good defense by the Huskies, who got a piece of Kenneth Reed's shot there. But the lead is 10 again. Johns Moore, the give, the go. Kotsko stops, starts, but he traveled. And he's not arguing this time. Put up the three, couldn't get it to go, but he walked first. So off the throw-in. Again, not the greatest crowd on hand. You see it right there. That's the Huskies side. Not many fans. That's almost 5 seconds. I don't know how they got away with that. That's really close. Nixon with the basketball. Stops, goes, fouled by Kotsko. It looks like a holding call, his third personal, and the team's 7th. So they're now in the penalty. 1-and-1 situations on every foul. There you see a couple Husky fans, a couple ladies. Not too happy with the outcome so far, but look like they're enjoying themselves nonetheless. They put this one up, it falls. 25 at the line, Juwan Nixon for the 1-and-1. The lead is 11 right now, 46-35, Roseville on top, 3-28 ticks to go in the fourth. Leotard man screaming again down there. Kotsko, offensive rebound. Or at least he prevented that offensive rebound attempt. He was the only one down there, got it. Roseville back quickly to play defense. Why wouldn't you? You're up 11. This one does fall, however, and the foul, Jackson Langolf. A backup wide receiver as far as football goes. Or a backup to Kotsko, if you will. I guess he lines up on the other side of the field, but you kind of get a hint that he's more of a basketball player and certainly trying to get this team pumped up. Trying to make it an 8-point game now. Langolf at the line, puts it up, got it. It's an 8-point lead now, 46-38. Full court pressing again are the Huskies. Got away with a foul, I think, there. Noble. Well, the clock is their friend right now. Not a friend of the Huskies, though. And the foul. If anything, the Huskies are being physical right now. That's the other thing about it. They're not just getting foul calls, but they're shoving, they're pushing, they're doing the extra. But again, credit Roseville, they're not retaliating. This is the Big D, Derek Warwick for CPHS, Channel 6. Port Huron Northern Husky Basketball Network. I don't think the Huskies, well, I know for a fact, they're not going to be real happy with the way they've played. Probably for 3 of the 4 quarters when they look back on this game. And it's not that they played bad in the second half, but the first half they played themselves right out of the basketball game. So I would say first and foremost, I would like to see this basketball team, if they play 4 quarters of basketball, and when I say that I mean intensive basketball. Intensity level. Here's the hoop and the timeout. John Moore got the deuce, and now it's an 8-point lead again. Roseville basketball, 2:44 to go. Again, Big D, Derek Warwick, CPHS Channel 6. Well, again, the fans don't look real happy. He's a football coach, that man right there.
I have some.
Don't really know his name, so I'll call him football coach. He probably doesn't even know my name, probably just says Big D. Well, that's fine too. Of course, if you're just joining us, it's a 48-40 game. Roseville up 8. It's been Roseville's game from the opening tip-off, really. It's a matter of could the Huskies battle back. I think if you're Robbie Lang right now, Roseville head coach, you want to stress again. Hold on to the ball. The clock is your friend. Tick it down. Take time off the clock with every possession. Make the Huskies foul you. Because of the fact there's no shot clock, you have all the time in the world, and try and set up for something down low like they've done so well this game. But you have to watch yourself with this Huskies full court trap in knowing that. Noble with the ball, 2.5 ticks. Now you see they're not rushing at all. They're ticking this clock right down. Dangerous bounce pass there from Reed. Nixon has it, trying to get it down low. They kick it out now instead to Noble. Thought about a 3, no. Instead he pulls back again. Ticking time off the clock. Huskies try for the steal, but Jackson Langolf again, yet another reaching in call. He doesn't like the call at all. He's had a couple weak ones, and don't look now, that is his 4th personal foul. But they can't afford to take him out. One of the better aggressive players, one of the better defenders for the Huskies. So checking out instead is Micah Moore. Harrison checking back in for the Huskies. They want him back in for defense. But again, I'd like to see this Husky team play 4 solid quarters of basketball. Not only that, though, I'd like to see the scoring distributed better on a more consistent basis for this team. Now, Coach Jamison's teams in the past, they've had one big scorer from the Joel Weimer type of players, where they go out and they get you 20, and then the rest of the team 2, 4, 6, maybe another guy with 4. But from a complete team scoring standpoint, I mean, guys like Haynes, they've had double-digit scoring in other games this year. This one, by the way, Kotsko threw it away. I believe, like I'm sitting right above that one. That's out on Roseville, folks. I could have made the call on that one. Kotsko not arguing that call, but I tell you, he has a reason to argue it. He really does. This one, by the way, off the throw-in. One got the ball. Kenneth Reed fouled Act on the act again, number 10. Ben Haynes got him this time. But I'd like to see that. I'd like to see more consistent scoring out of number 10, Ben Haynes. Certainly aggressive player, aggressive game today. Langolf, some more scoring to offset the fact that Kotsko, he's probably got close to 20 in this one. He's had points in bunches, basically. Well, the guy in leotards is really screaming like a guy in leotards would over there. This isn't a 1-and-1, by the way. Huskies in the full-fledged foul penalty. So now every foul is 2 shots, if you're wondering why the miss and he's still standing there. So Reed got it to go. 51-40 now, lead is 11. Huskies need quick baskets. If you're Roseville, you take your time. Kotsko quickly got it to go. The lead is 9, 51-42. And it makes you wonder now, the way it's been going. What would have happened had the Huskies not began this game with 2 points and 4 points in the first quarter? It really makes you wonder, because they're neck and neck with Roseville right now. 53-42, easy make, back the other way. Lead is 11, we're to our final minute and a half now of the fourth. Down low feed, Kotsko has it again, but look at him muscle the ball straight up the hoop and the timeout. Kotsko's a special player because he's that rare mix of speed and size. I said it on the football field. So many weeks he was the #1 player on the field. Might not have been when they played Port Huron High, but you know what? Most of the time he was the best player on the field because he was the best athlete. The best pure all-around athlete. And the big fella down there in the hallway was saying that. At halftime, he was saying, Big D, you got to realize this kid, he excels at soccer. He's great at football, obviously. Great at basketball. I mean, he's just a multiple sport talent. Quinn Kotsko, he certainly is the mighty Quinn. Manfred Mann had it right. And certainly the leading scorer in this game. If he doesn't have 20, he's right there. I would say he does. I think he's got over 20, to be honest. He's got points in bunches in this game, and they've been streaky, too. I think he got the first 6 points of the third quarter before people could even sit down coming off break there. So basketball greetings yet again to you and yours, Derek Wark, Big D. For CPHS Channel 6 from the Port Huron Northern Gymnasium tonight. Huskies were very sloppy in the first half. Second half, they've played some very solid basketball at times. Dominant basketball, in fact, but again, it's about maintaining that intensity and hard-nosed play from an entire 4-quarter standpoint. When they can do that, it's going to be a team to be reckoned with in the MAC White. In their own defense, though, as we see yet another Husky foul, and to the line, 24, Andre Goodhand. In their own defense, it's not easy to play defense in basketball, period. It's not easy to keep up defensive intensity because it takes a lot out of you. You do get tired defending. So in a way, a lot of teams will pick their moments from a defensive intensity level. There you see it's now 54-44, a 10-point lead. Roseville on top, 1:17. Just about all over now. The few fans that were here tonight, leaving a little disappointed, but the one positive I think you can take from this game, Coach Jamieson and the rest of his team, is that you didn't give up and you played hard for the rest of the game. Finally, Ben Haynes gets another basket. I think that's just his second of the night. The lead is 9 now. Well, you force the Huskies to foul now is what you do. Mika Moore got out, fouled. 15 Noble, who will go to the line. More than likely one of their better free throw shooters. Well, they look pretty happy, really, considering they're seeing the Huskies. Gonna fall here to Roseville. Huskies, by the looks of things, now going to go to 3-3. Roseville 4-2, but more importantly for Roseville and the Huskies, really, they're now a game up on them in the MAC White, 1-0 and 0-1. Again, the Husky next game versus L'Anse Creuse North, January 10th. Then the 13th, as I mentioned earlier, they're at Grosse Pointe South. Check that, North. GPN on the 13th. Haynes back, down 10, loses the ball. Thinking about fouling. And Quinn Kotsko, personal foul. Sending back to the line again, Juwan Nixon. Now it's just about the clock. This one's just about over. To summarize the game, you had Roseville come out in the first. Really a sloppy Husky performance in the first quarter. 12-2 for the longest time, 14-4 for the longest time. Huskies battled back, managed to get 14 points at the half. 29-14 was the halftime score. They came out in the third like gangbusters, the Huskies. Played the kind of basketball they need to. Aggressive, strong defense, they made adjustments. They looked good, but then they fell apart again. Roseville hung around and just held on to their big lead. Kotsko put this one up, tried to force it. Now back quickly the other way. Kotsko continues to bump. Well, they called that one on Johns Moore. I'll tell you something, Kotsko is pushing anybody that will be pushed right now. Roseville is not retaliating. They're just not. He got away with that one. Johns Moore was the one they called a personal on. He's checked out now, so. Well, Huskies, there'll be better days. Again, though, some positives. I liked how they came out in the third. Who wouldn't? I like the fact they didn't give up. They didn't quit. They played strong. They got their big scorer, Quinn Kotsko, a ton of baskets in this game. But that's the first thing I say if I'm Coach Jamieson. Good work, guys. You didn't give up. We just have to get back to four-quarter mentality, but they need to start better. They need to come out a lot more aggressive, but a lot more accurate, just with simple passing. Well, Haynes again gets one to go. The lead is 9 again, 57-48. 24, Andre Goodhand got away with a push that time. This will be it. Final 10 seconds. Now 9, now 8. Don't fret, Huskies. There will be other days. This is going to be it. Huskies aren't going to foul. There's your final score from Port Huron Northern Gymnasium, where tonight the Huskies fall to 3-3 on the year. Roseville goes to 4-2. Final score tonight, the Roseville Panthers come into Port Huron Northern Gymnasium and shock the Huskies with a 57-48 victory. For the entire cast of CPHS Channel 6 and the big fella down there in the hallway, the director, E.J. Shea running things, Derek Wark, the Big D. Take care till next time, folks, and I'd love to see this Northern team for 4 quarters play like they did in the third. What do you think of that? See you next time, folks.